being back in Tennessee. And over the past week, I really had the pleasure of hearing from so many Tennesseans who are just celebrating having reopened businesses and music venues and public spaces in our communities. There was a lot of happiness across our state as I was there. Everywhere you looked, you could see evidence that people are ready to get back to work, and they want to get back to life as normal. There's also a lot of evidence that local businesses are ready to get back to normal. You cannot walk 10 feet in Knoxville, Tennessee, for example, without running into a help wanted sign. Normally, this would be an indicator of a successful economic comeback. But here's the problem. Those signs are just not working. Not for retail or restaurants or even for the industrial sector with small business manufacturing. Some business are getting so desperate for help that they're offering signing bonuses worth hundreds of dollars to anyone willing and able to come back to work. Madam President, all year, we've used a particular catchphrase to encourage people to get their vaccinations. We've said that we could only get shots in arms, then we could get back to normal. Well, as it turns out, that was step one.
Good morning, friends. Happy Saturday to all of you. Brand new $1,000 relief payments are ready to be sent out. A big day is coming up for millions of Americans, and these checks would be sent out on a monthly basis to only eligible Americans. Friends, if you previously qualified for a stimulus payment, you may be eligible for this extra money as well. So please make sure that you watch until the end of this video for the complete details. Also, at the end of today's video, I will be announcing the two winners of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter this coming Friday's giveaway, all you have to do, friends, is click and like several of my videos, and then do comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. My friends, the more videos that you comment on, the greater your chances of winning the weekly giveaways. As a federal crisis boosted child tax credit drops from $3,600 to $2,000, Nebraska lawmakers are proposing a similar state-level credit to help parents. The bill, which was proposed by Lincoln State Senator Daniel Conrad, would provide $1,000 per child to most parents in Nebraska in the form of a child tax credit. The plan would come with a hefty price tag. According to the state's fiscal analysis, it would cost an average of $415 million over the first 4 years. Senator Conrad has said, "Given our state's healthy fiscal condition, it's time to enact a policy that provides needed support for hundreds of thousands of children and Nebraska residents." The senator referencing the roughly $2.3 billion revenue surplus that Nebraska has on hand. Single parents earning up to $75,000 a year would qualify for the full amount, or married couples making up to $110,000 per year. But after that, the amount starts dropping and caps at $95,000 per year for individuals, or $150,000 per year for couples who file jointly. This would help hardworking Nebraska families afford basic necessities like food, childcare, utilities, clothing, and rent. According to Nebraska state lawmakers, the credit would affect 470,000 people, or about 81% of Nebraska children. 9 other U.S. states currently have a child tax credit. The states are California, Colorado, Idaho, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Mexico, New York, and Oklahoma. For example, Montana's Republican governor has also proposed a child tax credit in this year's budget proposal. So friends, if you reside in any of these states, you may be receiving another stimulus check this year. Over in the state of Illinois, A group of Democratic lawmakers called for creating a state-level child tax credit that would give low and middle-income families up to $700 per child each year in tax relief. But whether Governor J.B. Pritzker includes such a plan in his budget proposal, scheduled to be delivered February 15th, and whether it receives endorsement of top Democratic leaders in the General Assembly, remains an open question. Ariane Malassi, Director of Policy and Advocacy at the Economic Security for Illinois, pegged the plan's costs at somewhere between $700 million and $800 million annually. State Senator Mike Simmons said, passage of such a measure would benefit about half of all children in the state of Illinois. During a press conference, Senator Simmons said, it puts money in the pockets of struggling moms and dads all across the state. Illinois already offers an earned income tax credit, which is available to people who meet certain income guidelines, even if they have no children. A child tax credit would be an additional payment to parents. Like the earned income tax credit, the child tax credit would be refundable, meaning if the amount of the credit exceeds the filer's total tax liability, the excess amount would be repaid to the taxpayer. The language of the proposal is contained in Senate Bill 1444, which Simmons introduced last Tuesday. Under the legislation, individuals with incomes below $50,000 a year and married couples who file jointly with incomes below $75,000 a year will be eligible for a $700 per child tax credit. For tax filers with incomes above those limits, the amount of the credit would be reduced by $24 for each $1,000 of additional income. Although the state has been running multi-billion-dollar surpluses in each of the last 2 years, the Governor's Office of Management and Budget has projected that state finances could start running deficits as soon as fiscal year 2025. Meanwhile, Illinois Comptroller Susana Mendoza has cautioned lawmakers not to use the current surpluses to enact new, permanent programs that would obligate the state to fund long into the future. During a recent interview, Mendoza said, "What I would be opposed to is seeing new funding items, unless you can really sell that this is an extreme necessity for the state at this time. We want to stay away from funding new programs that are going to have to be funded year to year." Well, my amazing and most awesome friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Saturday morning. My friends, I want to say thank you so much for all of you who are part of this community and who join me here every day. The two winners of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway is Sharon Furman and Diane Randall. Congratulations, friends! To claim your gift card, please check your notifications page and send me a message, or you can also message me on my Facebook page. Friends, I'll be announcing 2 more winners next Friday. Please make sure you enter the weekly giveaways by subscribing to my channel, clicking and liking several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. Friends, the more videos that you watch and then leave a comment on, the greater your chances of winning the weekly giveaways. Thank you, my friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed weekend.